Okay, for the first time ever, I'm going to put a spoiler warning out there. I'm going to discuss the main character of my current main series book, Legacy of the Arcanin Flame. I won't release main story details simply because majority of it hasn't been written yet, but overall issues will be discussed in this video. So if you plan on reading my book, Legacy of the Arcanin Flame, and all the books that come after in the series, and you don't want any spoilers, you may want to leave. Because on this video, we are going to be talking about the life and journey of God number 2. This is the story of Aether Milan, aka the Oracle. I've discussed Tawny Milan Everwood before on this channel because she is the centerpiece of the Aether Comics universe. But it didn't start off that way. The first book I ever wrote took place on Earth in the year 2205. And in this landscape, the entirety of the planet is unrecognizable to what we see today. And I'll cover up the title because I don't want y'all to, I don't want to leak that information right now. The Earth is 3 times larger. Hawaii is no longer a cluster of islands. It's actually a new continent of land that sprouted a magical tree that's so large that you can see it from space. North America was split down the middle and divided into 2 separate countries. Africa, Europe, Asia, and Australia are now one solid landmass with a mountain range so large that it is impossible to see the top from the ground, along with common appearances from giant people with wings from the sky, giant people with antennas from the sea, and giants from worlds deep underneath the Earth's surface. On top of that, Earth also has frequent visitors from other planets. To open a book with a world so vastly different from ours, built on the same foundation, I felt the need to explain how we got there. And that is where the Arcanin Calamity series comes in. Just in case you're new to the channel, my name is AJ McMullen, writer of the Aether Comics universe. And if you love science fiction that bends reality, then you're in the right place. The Aether Universe takes the best of our worlds and turns its deepest, darkest secrets into entertainment. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, like button, and buckle up for the ride. As all creative ventures come to life, the Aether Universe started with 2 specific ideas. The first being a story of 2 girls, one who can absorb ice cold darkness to control light, and the other who can absorb the heat of light and manipulate darkness. In a universe that is constantly attempting to balance their powers and not only keep them from finding one another, but also to keep them from merging. The second idea shone a light on just how vast this world could be. It was just one question: what's faster, the speed of light or the speed of darkness? And if you're curious about this theory, you may find the video on screen to be very interesting. But it was these 2 ideas that created the building blocks for everything the Aether Universe is today. I rewrote this book 9 times since I first conceptualized it. And because the idea of the Aether Universe was so vast, I needed to get it right by the time I got to this book. So I decided I would write a book about the people who were responsible for getting the world to what it became in the year 2205. Enter the Oracle, a woman born of mysterious circumstances to a civil rights activist in the year 2050. Madeline Everwood, after giving birth to a child via immaculate conception, has a dream that she is talking to an adult version of the daughter that she had just given birth to 4 days prior. The adult ghost of her infant daughter leaves her with a cryptic message that starts to send humanity on a path of destruction.
I am not who you think I am, but I am everything that I should. This child is both me and not. But do not allow our appearances to distract you. Enjoy this baby as she is, because once she becomes of age, we become one. It is then that she will start to remember who she really is. Once it begins, you cannot stop what the world will become.
When Tawny turns 18 years old, she starts to have a collision. a process where the reincarnated starts to remember their past self, beginning to fuse Tawny with a being older than time itself, a being who has created worlds and led humanity in a whole, a being who is often worshipped. After the collision, Tawny remembers her mission to protect humanity from itself. But in this new era, where she no longer held the same ignorance of her former self, she attempts to take a more direct approach to save humanity. But in the dissension of mankind in the 21st century, the issues were just too grand for her to handle alone. Seeing how infinitely corrupt humanity had gotten, the Oracle created a team of heroes and a contingency that her past selves had never dared to do. She had given birth to a boy who controlled the fires of hell, and this power was her only mortal weakness. And in 2079, she would allow humanity to get corrupt enough to believe they had eliminated her for good. On February 17, 2079, the Oracle will succumb to the hellfires and allow the forces of evil who hunted her to believe she was finally gone. This event gave life to the contingencies that the Oracle put in place. The creation of the underground city and the secret weapon known as New Haven, the Sages of Earth, and the bestowing of the Aether to her son, Milo. This action would later make the next woman in their lineage, the next seed, the one with the sacred duty to reincarnate the Aether if it shall perish. I like to believe that the idea of Tawny was birthed out of necessity. Because I needed a book to introduce people to this world, I decided to write The Gem State Siege. This was supposed to be a singular book that I could offer for free that introduced readers to the story I rewrote 9 times. Once I started to flesh out Tawny, I realized that this is probably a lot bigger than just one book. Suddenly, the women from my main book became a supporting cast. Yeah, I lost control of this real fast. This one character is the sole reason for the Aether Universe having over 100 scheduled books and over 300 characters right now. Her reach into this universe lasts for thousands of years, and she will be a part of the conversation for the remainder of the series. Because of the divide in racial structure in the world and her ties to the dark and light, the Aether chose to find a vessel that perfectly sits in the middle, choosing Madeline Everwood as a host due to her expansively cultured DNA. Tawny presents as a young black woman in a version of America that exists 50 years from now, after the greed of man creates division among races and social groups everywhere, perpetuating the end of us as a species. Tawny is actually inspired by Canadian actor Megan Rath and depicted with almost golden skin and long black wavy hair. After her death in Book 1, Legacy of the Arcanin Flame, her legacy continues in the Observer Chronicles, a series of broadcast interrupting anarchist videos that suspiciously play throughout the years to shine light on hidden issues of the government and the secret syndicate looking to perpetuate the end of humanity as we know it. Tawny has 2 children, one who walks with the flames of hell burning in his chest, the other the very person solely responsible for terraforming the planet. Her death in the Aether timeline marks the first time in history that the Aether disconnected from its destiny. If the other characters knew this, there wouldn't be much of a story, as the Oracle's death was the catalyst to the many safety precautions that Earth needed to survive. Her power is, well, everything is Aether. Aether means everything, the power of everything. Literally, the universe revolves around her. And that concludes this video. YouTube thinks that you'll enjoy the video on screen. But if you want to jump into the story that started this conversation, be sure to check out Legacy of the Arcanin Flame and other books from the Aether Universe. I'm looking forward to serving you with more Aether content in the future. Until next time, folks, always remember, keep seeing the unseen.